Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm a licensed massage therapist and I focus in trans-affirming massage and trauma-informed therapy. Today I'm going to give you a very useful tool using this fancy schmancy lacrosse ball. What we're going to do is go throughout different regions of the body and we're going to release some muscle tension. Now, a few warnings: if you happen to have fibromyalgia, untreated high blood pressure, a recent injury, or if you just bruise easily, you're gonna wanna do like a little lighter pressure than I'm describing. But otherwise, let's jump right in. Okay, so we're gonna go over a few different body types. We're gonna do the shoulders, the hips, and the feet today. Feel free to jump ahead to the next section if that's where you're in pain, but these tools can be used on basically any part of the body, so let's take it from here. Please subscribe and share. Some of the common causes of tension in the shoulders is reading the news these days, or sitting at a desk and you're in a video conference that could have been an email, or just general stress makes your shoulders get higher and higher and higher, and then you have limited mobility and it's just not cute, it's not fun. So let's do something about it. You can do this lying on the floor or standing against a wall, dealer's choice. Start with a lighter pressure and then move the ball around, roll it up and down, roll it side to side. We want to warm up the tissue before we go hard. And you might notice there are certain spots that feel a little sore. Pay attention to these because we're going to come back and squish those in just a bit. So once we've warmed it up, we're going to track down those sore spots and we're going to squish them real good. I like to start at the top of the shoulder and work my way down, but you can do any order that works for you. So you get it up there in the top and you lean into the wall a little bit more, increasing the pressure. We're still breathing, and we're going to slowly roll the ball down between the shoulder blade and the spine, getting that good meat in there. And when you find something that's tender or painful, you want to keep the ball in that spot and squish it and breathe into it 4 or 5 nice deep breaths, really giving it a chance to let it go. And then once it kind of settles, we can go down to the next spot. So you roll it a little bit lower, stop and squish, hold, breathe. All right, you're crushing it. We're going to repeat the process in the areas of the shoulder. So we're going to go to the outside edge of the shoulder blade. Yes, and we squish it. Good. I know, getting the angle is a little tricky, but you can get creative. So we get the outside edge of the shoulder blade, and then you can turn a little bit so you're perpendicular to the wall. And you might need to use your hand for this one, so that we get kind of the outside edge of the arm. Yes. Yeah, and then we squish, and you can get even into those deltoids there. Yeah. And remember, we're breathing. Very nice. And there might be, especially in these sections, some really tender spots. So always start with a lighter pressure, and then you can always do more. After working the shoulder, the front and the back and the side, do a few shoulder rolls. See if you feel any difference in the mobility that you have, in the tension. You can also compare one shoulder to the other, see if one might be higher than the other. Yes, might notice a little difference in how you can move it around, and then jump in and do the other side. With the feet, we're gonna start by putting the ball on the ground and we're gonna scrub the feet with the ball. So you pin it and just move it over really quickly, front and back, a little side to side. We're bringing blood flow to the area, and in the case, we're revealing some sore spots in the process. And the amount of weight that you put on the ball determines the amount of pressure, so just pace yourself based on how tender your feet are today. After you've warmed it up a little bit, we're going to increase the pressure. So we're going to put the ball towards the ball of your foot. Yeah, we're going to start there and just now push into it. You can put a lot of weight if you want to, and we're going to let it breathe. We're going to let it slowly release, and then you can slowly roll it down towards your heel. Yes, nice and slow. Okay, and then we'll bring it back. So basically we're just scrubbing, but we're doing it in slow motion this time. And then you want to take the ball and go along the edge of the pinky foot side, pinky toe, Yeah, kind of like the knife of the foot. It can get real tender, real spicy. Nice. Okay, great. And now you can do the heel itself too. Takes a little bit of balance, but you wanna, yeah, dig it right into that heel. There's a lot going on right there. It takes a lot of pressure every day, and so it feels really nice to just like let it just relax. Once you've finished with the feet, you can compare them side to side. You can feel how much more contact you have with the floor, and that foot might even feel like a little bit wider than the other. It might feel a little flatter and more at peace. Next, we're going to place the ball between your upper hip and the wall and gently lean into it. And then you can start moving it back and forth, up and down a little bit. We're trying to just scrub the area, and you can even turn and get your glutes. Yes, and you might find some of those tender spots again. But we're really just trying to bring blood to the area, just get it warmed up. Once you've warmed them up a little bit, we're going to go in for the deeper work. So we're going to increase the pressure by leaning harder into the wall. And you can press deeper and slowly trace the line of your pelvis with the ball. Yes, and we're going like just halfway across. We're just going to do one side at a time, right? So you go back and forth, and this is much slower. We are breathing. And then when you stop and find a tender spot, you want to just hold pressure on that and keep breathing. Good, yeah, soften the belly, let the air come in, and that is slowly going to release. If it's really tender, you can go to another spot and always come back. And so then you want to get basically get the meat of your butt, get all that little area, yes, and between the sacrum, yes. One of the spots that might be particularly tender is kind of the upper butt, kind of the side of the hip. This is where you have a lot of tension if you spend a lot of time sitting for work, for example. So spend a little extra time kind of on the side here, where kind of on glute medius, a little bit of TFL. This will also help kind of release the IT band a little bit.